mentioned earlier that Joel Embiid balled out against the Utah Jazz. And I did mention that it took everything from him in order for them to win this game. But I wanted to look at the game a little closer because I feel like there were two lessons from the game that we can take away from it. One, Embiid is on another planet. He's one of the most unique players I think we've seen in a long, long time. Embiid in this game that I did not go to because I wanted to watch the Memphis Grizzlies play the Wizards. Embiid had an all-timer, like literally. 59 points. That's sick all alone. This man put up almost 60 points. 11 rebounds, 8 assists, and 7 blocks. I didn't make that stat line up. That's a real stat line. According to one of these reporters that covers the Sixers, Embiid is the first player to record at least 50 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 blocks in a game since when? Ever. Ever! He's the first man to ever do that since they began tracking blocks in 1973. My God. Embiid. Unstoppable in the fourth quarter, too. He was 7 for 8 in the fourth quarter. He basically barely missed that 8th shot. Turnaround, step back 3, just kind of rattled in and out of the rim. He could have been perfect for the fourth quarter. Had 5 blocks in the fourth quarter. And the best part about it was he trash-talked Lauri Markkanen in the final minute. He was like, hey, Lauri, you got to miss these free throws because I got to put my son to sleep. And he did. I don't want overtime. And after the game, Embiid says, yeah, I lied to him. Arthur's in bed by that time anyway. He's in bed every damn night at 7:30 sharp. I love this. I love Embiid so much. 60-point game, still fucking around, talking shit to Lauri Markkanen, lying about putting his son to sleep. And the second thing I think we should really look at is, man, the Sixers have no margin for error, do they? They almost lost to the Utah Jazz, and he put up a historic performance, and they almost still lost. The only reason that they won that game is because Lauri Markkanen missed some free throws and a couple of layups were missed by the Jazz. Otherwise, it was going to be night-night like you read about for them. This is just not a very good team. Like nobody's talking about the Houston Rockets. Nobody's talking about how bad things are for the Sixers. Yeah, James Harden's out with an injury. He's out for a month, and you think he's coming back to save you. He's not. Things were bad beforehand, right? This is not a great team. They've had to rely on multiple massive games from Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, for that matter, in order to even be in games to beat good teams. The Utah game was a one-possession game with less than 2 minutes to go. No way Embiid should have to go off for 60 points and still not be blowing out a team. Still be having to shit-talk Lauri Markkanen down the stretch and force him to miss a free throw just so you can go home with a W. That, to me, is an indictment on Doc Rivers. That's an indictment on my man Daryl Morey, the way this roster is constructed. And with Harden returning in the next couple of weeks, integrating him back into the offense probably means even more growing pains. More on that to come, but boy, oh boy, are the Sixers in a very hot spot.